Okay, I suck at follow-up. First step is admitting it. Time kills momentum. When I speak at an event, I have a 36-hour window that I think we can close a person. And let me tell you why. People get excited. You should see what people come up and say to me. They cry, they break down, they hug me. It's changed my life. I'm going to get started. And then we can't find them. Call them, email them, text them, video them. Hold on, man. You just told me it changed your life. You cried on me, for God's sake. You hugged me. Like I thought I changed your life. Now I can't get you to take action with me. Like here's the deal. Seeing me for 30 or 40 minutes somewhere in Cleveland, Ohio on Saturday don't change your life, man. The ongoing repetition changes your life. Not the one time. Okay? The one time got you excited. What is human nature? We start with good intention, and then we fall off the wagon, and then we experience guilt. Okay? So you got to be strong enough, and that's really what we're going to get into in this session, is you got to be strong enough when they give you weak excuses. You got to be strong enough to overcome their weakness. You have to have enough confidence for both of you. You and them. Okay? It's so interesting when people try to quit my coaching programs. They tell my salespeople that they want to quit because they're too busy or whatever they say. And then I get on the phone with them. And they never want to quit when I'm on the phone with them. Right? They're like, oh, you're right. And I'm like, look, number one, I'm not letting you quit because I don't let people quit. You didn't sign up to quit, did you? You signed up because you wanted to get better. You signed up because you wanted to make more money. Now, you can't quit something, number two, that you hadn't even committed to. Because I ain't seen you in 3 months. Okay? And number three, you ain't any busier than I am. I guarantee you that. And I get coached every month. I get coaching every single month that I pay for from a coach. And I show up to every meeting. I don't whine. I don't complain. I don't say I'm too busy. Right? So I'm not listening to all these low-level excuses you got. Now, by the way, you ain't committing to me. You're committing to you. They ain't my dreams. They're your dreams. So by the end of that, you know what they say? You're right. I'm recommitted. So they call in to quit because they're weak. By the end of the conversation, they're recommitted. And I may say, how many times have you tried to quit things in your life? How many times have you started and quit? See, you have finally met somebody who is going to break this cycle in your life. In me, because I ain't letting you quit, number one. So commitment means we're going to see it through to its conclusion. We're going to start it, and we're going to finish it together. Right? Everybody wants to quit something when it gets hard. Everybody does. Okay? And they just need some encouragement. They need some coaching. They need some guidance. So what we're going to look at is we're going to look at some of the psychology behind the follow-up. And I got to help you get really, really clear here. Because part of the follow-up is you don't have enough conviction to follow up like you need to. If I had something over here that could truly change your life, why would I only go 1 or 2 times to try to expose you to it? Especially if you indicated interest in it. Especially if I knew you had a problem. Why would I be so weak in my follow-up if I truly had a conviction that what I have over here is so valuable for you, it could change everything for you? You know, I was talking to one of the real estate agents I coached this morning, and when I started coaching him, he was making about $50,000 a year. A year. He called me this morning. He said, because of you and your coaching and your teaching, he said, in the month of April, I'm going to make $100,000 personally in April. He was making $50,000 a year. Now I've got him making $100,000 a month. Do you know what kind of life you can live when you make over $1 million of personal income a year? You can fly on your own jet. You can have nice houses. You can go on great vacations. You can pretty much do, especially if you live here in Tennessee, whatever you want on $1 million a year. Because the cost of living is so low here, right? that, man, you could, the lifestyle you could have if you made $1 million a year in personal income could change everything for you. And that's what this guy was saying this morning. He said, man, but he said, for 7 straight years, man, I've been showing up with you. And he said, I'm benefiting from that coaching. He said, you need to tell those people this morning, they come to that lodge, that the reason they need to master this stuff is so they can teach it to other people. Because this is where the true freedom comes. See, he's taking that information, coaching his real estate agents. He's teaching them how to do it. And that's where his income is coming from. He's got 22 little people out there fighting for him every day. So let me ask you the question. I put up here, there's a reason you have conviction in your life. Okay, how many of you deeply, deeply believe in what you're selling? And you've had personal transformation because of it. Okay. So at some point in your life, this is the cycle, you had some big revelation. That is a sudden, dramatic moment. Okay? And this is very important to this equation. And let me tell you why. If you've not had this dramatic moment, okay, if you've not had this dramatic moment, then you don't have the conviction you need to go the distance. Okay? What business are you guys in?
Real estate.
Okay, real estate business. So why did you get into the real estate business?
I like to say because I like to help people.
Okay. All right. Now, was there somewhere along the way that you had a revelation about something?
Yes.
Okay. So I want you to go back to that moment. See, when I was 6 years old, right, I was raised by a single mom, real rough, real poor. She don't like me saying that because it hurts her feelings, but we were poor. If you just saw the house that we lived in, we did not have a lot of money. And my mom took me to the baseball field while she went to nursing school. Okay, she had me when she was 16 years old. So when Mom got 20-something years old, I remember she was going to nursing school at night, working at the shirt factory during the day. Okay? And so I went to the baseball field. And at the baseball field, there was a woman down there named Mickey Vincent. Y'all have heard me tell this story. She was my coach. And she said to me, son, one of these days when you grow up, you're going to be a great coach. At that moment, guess what I had? See, that happened very early in my life. But I saw how coaches tended to other people. I saw how they pour into people. I saw how they care about people. I saw how they help steward potential in other people. And I made up my mind, even as a little boy, I'm going to do that right there. First it was a basketball coach for a decade. Now as a coach like this. Everybody with me? Okay, that was a huge revelation. Now, so I made up my mind that everybody needs a coach in life. Everybody with me? Okay, so many years later, why do you think I wrote the book? Everybody needs a coach in life. That is a deep, deep, deep conviction I have. So if you want to argue with me about this, we can step outside and argue all you want to. But you know what I'm going to say to you? Every Sunday afternoon, Steve Jobs will walk with his business coach, Bill Campbell. Michael Jordan said, don't put me in a position not to play without Phil Jackson. Every great Olympian has a coach. Every great CEO has a coach. Every great person in the world has a coach. So you could tell me all day long you don't need a coach. And I hear people say this, no, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need anybody. I know that you don't even know what's possible with a good coach in your life. Everybody see that? So I have a deep conviction. Now, you say, why is this important? I want to tie this to what's called a because goal. And a because goal is a big reason a person does something. It is different than finding your purpose. Okay? It's different than finding your why. Okay? Now let me give you an example. Because I grew up poor, I made up my mind that I was going to become wealthy. See that decision? I made up my mind my kids wasn't going to be poor. Okay? Because my dad wasn't that great of a dad growing up, I made up my mind I was going to be a good father to my kids. Everybody see that? Because that coach changed my life when I was 6 years old, I made up my mind I was going to spend the rest of my life helping other people like she did. So when I'm going the distance and I'm following up on you, It is because I have a deep, deep, deep conviction that I cannot help you until you commit to something. It's not because I'm trying to sell you something. It's not because I'm trying to make a few dollars off of you. It's because I believe when it comes to doing what I do that there's nobody better than me. Everybody with me? You have to believe that when it comes to what you do, there is nobody better than you. Okay? And it is your duty, your responsibility, your obligation to go out there and to help a lot of people. Before I get started, there is one very important question I have to ask you.
Coach Micheal Burt, Monster Producer Academy CEO. He's a personal friend of mine.
What good is it to have knowledge with no desire? What good is it to have desire with no skill? What good is it to have knowledge and skill with no confidence? A big part of activating your prey drive is finding and refining your talent. This is something that helps you get to the next place. People are made up of 4 parts: a body, a mind, a heart, and a spirit. You need to know you, and then you need to have an awareness, and sometimes you don't even know what you need. So all 4 parts of our nature have to be clicking. Your hard skill solves my problem. The bigger the problem, the more money people will pay to solve it. Everything is valuable to your future. What I'm really paying you for is your past. A monster producer combines multiple skills to dominate a market. When you get to wake up every day and do what you love doing, man, it is hard not to be motivated. They think at a higher ordinance than everybody else. They want to create new things. I have a conviction about me, and that's the conviction that you feel when I talk, when I speak. It comes across as passion. You got to learn how to connect to another person at such a deep level that it moves them. You have goals, you have targets, but you don't have a sense of urgency. They're going to exchange money, energy, they're going to raise capital, they're going to start new businesses, there's going to be joint ventures. I think your purpose finds you. It is activated. The word activate means to initiate. Discipline, which is a derivative of the word disciple, which means to give yourself to a person or cause you believe in. Do you believe in your future, yes or no? When we know better, we do better. Finding the problem that you are uniquely qualified to solve, and you don't know what problem you really solve for whom, then there is no big financial exchange right there. You should leave here thinking bigger today than when you came. And I want to shake your hand and look you in the eyeball when you make this decision. Thank you. We'll see you in the back. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.